All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Racing Gaming Network. Excuse me. Tonight we are here at Richmond Raceway, and we are with the Premium Stock Car Racing League, and they are here in their second race of the playoffs. Now it's going to be a very exciting race, as you know. Some of these guys have been out here on the track practicing a pretty good bit, and the track has still been giving them a little bit of problems. So, but there is that good chance that we could see a lot of green flag racing at Kentucky. We did see a lot of green flag racing. I know there's no audio on the stream, uh, or as far as the car goes, but. A lot of green flag racing last week, but tonight we are going to have 200 laps, and our race, Richmond Raceway, is presented by NJB Designs. He is the sponsor of tonight's race. But tonight we are going to have 200 laps. We're going to see a stage break at lap number 40. We're going to have 75% fuel. They're going to get unlimited tires and 3 attempts at a green, white, checkered. Oh, quite a few people out there in the chat already, and we appreciate y'all stopping by. Well, we do have a special grand marshal for this evening, and we do have a special guest, and we are going to bring up Josh Kreider, and he is going to talk to us a little bit. This is going to be our first interview, post-race interview, or pre-race interview, should I say. So let's go ahead and bring him to the booth. Josh, just Richard up in the booth. You got a copy? Maybe. Maybe not. Did I grab?
He pulled Jordan.
Oh, wrong one.
Go ahead and interview Jordan.
I just looked at.
Yeah, I got you.
I pulled Jordan. My bad.
Yeah, you're good.
Both start with J's. Man, we got you up here in the booth, you know, for a pre-race interview. You know, tell us a little bit about Premium Stock Car Racing League. You know, tell us how you started and everything, and tell us what we expect to see tonight.
Yeah, we're in our first season here, our first playoffs, and we're excited to go. We started off, Brian Underwood and Josh Kreider, wanting to have the best dang and cleanest racing around on a Saturday night, and so here we are. Excited to be a part of you guys now as we've moved on from the previous league that we were in and the group of people that we were in and the Extreme Sim TV. I'm glad that we got rid of them and we're with you. So let's have a good night.
Absolutely, we're looking to see a lot of green flag racing, or is this track going to be very unpredictable?
Well, I could tell you one thing, that I'm an idiot and screwed up qualifying, so we have group qualifying. But we have traditionally had really long runs, so I look for that again tonight to be a lot of green flag racing, and hopefully everybody enjoys. And as I pull out here for qualifying, have a good night.
Absolutely. Well, y'all have a good race, and we'll be definitely watching.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move them back up to their official chat. So, we have two brothers in here, and that is going to be Josh and Jordan Kreider. We do have our driver cams for this evening, and they do include their web cameras. And let's see if everybody is loaded in. And I'm gonna go ahead and hide mine. But I do see one that I do have to fix. Just give me 1 second. Sometimes they load in correctly, sometimes they don't. But we'll get that fixed right up. I usually don't like adjusting screens while I'm alive, but we'll go ahead and do that. And there we go. We got Jonathan Kreider. He is going to be on the bottom left, and there you see his camera right there in the right hand corner, and top left is going to be Josh Kreider. You got Noah Blackwell. He is actually the sponsor of tonight's race. He is he is actually the owner of NJB Designs, and then we got Nathan Williams. Now I know the names are a little bit hard to see. I'll try to adjust them and get them to where you can see them, so you know who's racing where. soon as Nathan gets on the track, he will be loaded in. And you'll be able to see his name a little bit better. But let's take a look at tonight's sponsors of the race. Tonight we're going to have the admin box, and we're going to have NJB Designs. All right, and we are back, and that was the admin box and NJB Designs. A lot of great work that he puts out, so definitely go check him out. His Twitter handle was up. His Twitter handle was up there, so you can always play back and go get his Twitter handle and find out what he can do for you. He actually made a promo for an upcoming charity event for us, and it looked great. I brought him what I had, and he finished it for me and made it look amazing. So definitely go check him out if you need promos. It looks like iRacing paints and much more. So definitely go check him out. And you saw his prices start out at $10 for paints, and then $5 for logos. So if you could think it, he could probably make it. So definitely go check him out at NJB Designs. My screen. Oh. Yeah. All right. So. All right. That's not a bad thing. Okay, we can get this. We can get this. Here we go. And because his webcam is not up, it's very hard to he will be loaded in, but in just a minute, then that's going to be Noah Blackwell. So I had the wrong screens with the wrong drivers, but hopefully that does work. And we're going to have to change the names. The program that I use, there's got to be a way to really get people's names on it. But while we are gridding up, we're going to go ahead and hear from our Grand Marshal. And here we go.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Crowder, your Grand Marshal for tonight's race. Second week in the playoffs. Some good racing last week. Looking for some more good racing tonight. Also like to thank everybody behind the scenes and all the sponsors that's helped out with these races so far. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. A lot of people behind the scene that you don't see that takes care of all the stuff that goes on here. In just a minute, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. And when I say that, you know the famous words we need to say. And everybody can say them together. So 1, 2, 3, start your engines, drivers, and let's go racing. Hi, I'm Lonnie Crowder, your
All right, that was Mr. Lonnie Crowder, and he gave the command to start the engines, and we are going to get ready to go green flag racing. Let's take a look at our qualifying order, and J.R. Shepard, he is going to be able to bring the pole home here tonight, and it looks like Mr. Kenneth Cheney, he is going to be sitting in second. Bob Eldridge, he is going to be sitting in third. Brian Underwood is going to be sitting in fourth. Nathan Williams is going to be sitting fifth. Mr. Melvin, he is going to be sitting sixth. Robbins is going to be sitting in seventh. Eighth is going to be Jordan Crowder. Ninth is going to be Jordan Hand. Noah Blackwell is going to be starting 10th. Gary Eldred, is going to be starting 11th. Josh Crowder going to be starting 12th. You got Mr. Broderick. He is going to be starting 13th. Austin Bloke, he is going to be starting 14th. And 15th is going to be Nathan Brookover. All right, they are on the track and they are making their pace laps, and we got a lot of racing here to go. We'll take a look and see how our drivers are doing. Let's see if they're sweating. And Noah Blackwell should be loaded in, but he is not. Well, it looks like Noah Blackwell's screen may have frozen up. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but he may have frozen up, and his web camera is not showing either. But getting ready to go green. This time by, we have those pace car lights are off. We have that Ford Fusion out front. I'm going to take the green flag. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Sorry about that. We'll put the track map up so you can see where your favorite driver is, and we'll get rid of that ticker, and let's get ready to go racing. 45 miles an hour is going to be pace speed. Our official should be waving that green flag, and the green flag is out, and our green flag is going to be presented by tinyurl.com / vacay100, proud sponsor of the Premium Stock Car Racing League. All right. Green flag is out, and J.R. Shepard, he is already broken out to a little bit of a lead. Interesting that it says 22.31 is going to be his lap time, and looks like Cheney is going to be about 0.2 of a second back, now about 0.3 of a second back. Pretty good racing. It's going to be a bottom line racing. We should see these cars, maybe drift up towards that wall, and we do, and sometimes that wall can reach out and touch you. And it looks like we got a battle with the 43 and the 77. That's going to be Brian Underwood. He is going to be looking to overtake the fourth position from Nathan Williams, but he is not going to be able to get there as they are coming through the tri-oval and coming in to turn number one. It is still going to be pretty much nose to tail. We got a little bit of a battle. It looks like between the 52 was able to make the pass, I do believe. Oh, excuse me, that was 48. Josh Crowder, he was able to make the pass on the 88 of Jordan Hand. It's very interesting that my ticker decided it was going to show the leaders' lap times. There you see the lap times. It's going to be a 22:51 and to a 22:53. It looks like our leader is going to be the fastest car on the track. We're going to go and see if we can find any battles, because he has broken away to about a 0.4 of a second lead over that 76 car of Kenneth Cheney. Bob Eldridge doing a really good job holding on to third. He's starting in third and is still running in third. Nathan Williams, he's going to be up one position. Brian Underwood is going to be down one position. So this is going to be a tire run. That's why they have the unlimited sets of tires. So tires are going to be very important. Melvin, he started in sixth. He is still running in sixth. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle and let you be able to see these cars. There he is in that number 9 machine. Noah Blackwell, he is going to be up three positions, and let's go in a little bit closer. So these camera views are not the greatest that I've seen. Oh, and the 29 is going to be in trouble. That's going to be Farrell Robbins. He got a little bit sideways. He was able to hold on to it, so that was a great save by that Reese's Cup number 29. And I like some Reese's. J.R. Shepard still out here leading this thing, and now out to a half a second lead over Kenneth Cheney. Kenneth Cheney has got about a 0.3 of a second, now a 0.4 of a second lead over Eldridge. Nathan Williams, he is back just a little bit, about 0.4 of a second. He is still within striking distance, but here comes Brian Underwood. Brian Underwood is still right there on the back bumper of that number 43. The 43 was able to overtake Brian Underwood, but now he is back, and he is all over the back bumper of that machine of Williams. We'll take a ride on the gearbox cam of Nathan Williams, and there you can see how close of a battle that is. That is pretty much nose to tail. Brian Underwood, it looks like he has a pretty good entrance into turn number three, and a pretty good exit on turn number 4, but it looks like that 43 is just a little bit better off the exit, but Brian is definitely a little bit better coming into the turn. So good little battle right up here. And we will go to a different camera and I'll let you see that car battle. Let's go back through the field and see if we can find anything else happening. And it looks like we got a good little battle, and that is going to be right there. That is going to be Jordan Kreider. He is going to be on the outside in that number 69 machine, and he is trying to battle on the outside. Oh, somebody's going to be around. Nope, he's not around, but that is going to be the 8, and that is going to be Brookover. He got his car a little bit sideways, but he was able to save it. Austin Bloke, he has got a side by side battle right there in front of him, and we are we are going to ride on his nose cam, or let's actually go to his cockpit cam, because he's got a good view of this, and look how deep he dives it in, and he has got the 69 on his outside. Is he going to be able to make the pass? He does not have the position, because that 69 is a little bit better off the corner on that high side, and he got a good run, but looks like he is going to have a good run on that inside, and he is going to be able to overtake that 69 machine of Jordan Kreider. Well, it looks like that battle is still going on right there behind him, but it looks like the 07 is kind of creeping into the picture. That's going to be Mr. Broderick. He is going to be looking to that low side, trying to take a position away from the 08 of Gary Eldred, and he was able to do that on that bottom side, and Gary Eldred is going to dive it down to the bottom, try to cut off anybody else that wants to try to make a move, and that's going to be the 24 of Austin Bloke. He is trying to get there also. Was not able to get there. That 08 was able to hold on to it. We'll go up here to the front, and it looks like this battle is starting to heat up, as our leader has lost a little bit of ground, but he's still holding that half a second lead over Cheney in that 76 machine. And actually the top 3 are pretty much evenly matched. They're pretty much right there where we left them, but they have broken out to about a 2.7 second lead over Williams in that 43. Brian Underwood, he is still looking to try to get that car down underneath that 43. Not able to get there this time. So these cars are definitely going to go through a change in the handling as these tires wear out. Here at lap 17 of 200, we still got a lot of racing to go. We're about almost halfway to our stage break. That will come out at lap 40. Got a nice little group of 4 right here. Oh, somebody blinked out. Oh, and that's going to be Mr. Melvin in that number 9. He blinked out for just a second. A little bit of camera shy, but he has got that 48 looking to its inside. Oh, and a little bit of contact. That's going to get the 48 out of shape, but he does save it. And the 52 is going to be a little bit out of shape. He had to make an evasive maneuver to try to get around that 48. And there they go, side by side. Coming out of turn number 4 through the tri-oval. Still side by side, coming into turn number 1, it is still going to be that 52 down low. Contact made, wasn't able to make the pass, got him out of shape, and now he is looking to maybe lose a position to that 52 of Noah Blackwell. Now, these are 2 drivers that we do have on our driver cams, so let's go take a look and see if those are good now. I know we have one, but I don't understand why Noah's is stuck at the loading screen, even though he's on the race. I can try to reload it real quick, but I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, because his camera is not even popping up. Well, we thought we had it figured out, and that could be he minimized it or something and is stuck at that screen, or he closed it out on accident, and that does happen. It looks like the 48 is going to challenge the 9 for that position, and that is going to be Mr. Melvin. He is trying to hold tough in that 6th position. They are, as these cars battle, they have about a 3-second gap in between them and Underwood. So now about almost a 4-second gap, 4.5 seconds to be kind of exact. And they are battling side by side. 48 still looking down low. You got the 52 right there behind them. And it looks like the 48 is almost giving up on that little bit of a battle because the 9 was able to break away just a little bit. He still has a fender right there. 9 not able to get down low. And, the 52 is going to rub the wall. He almost got into the 48. Noah Blackwell definitely probably put some scrapes and bruises on the right side of that car. And let's see if we have a right front camera that we can take a look and see. Oh, yes, he is a little bit scraped up, but not too bad, so he will be able to still race it out. Probably going to be looking for that caution to come out as, we are at lap 24. Not exactly sure of how long these tires can really hold on, but that 4-way battle is still pretty exciting to watch here at Richmond. 48 still trying to look down low to get around that 9, but the 9 is just not giving up. He has the perfect corner. He arcs it in. He takes it down to the yellow line and pretty much drifts right up to the wall. And it looks like the 52 is having a little bit of trouble trying to keep away from that wall. Here comes the 48. Again, he's going to look to the inside. Is he going to be able to get there? 9 is going to be up high. Coming through the trioval, they are going to be side by side. Looks like the 9 still had a little bit of the advantage. It's just a matter of time before these tires do give up. And you got the 52. He is going to be watching this thing. We're going to go to his nose cam. And he's got the 52. He's got the 48 on his inside. There you see the 48. He's going to be dropping back. And Noah Blackwell, looks like he is just pretty much buying his time. Watching these two battle it out. He pretty much buys his time, but that wall is definitely going to get him eventually. And that NJB Designs 52 is struggling to keep out of that wall coming out of turn number 2. But still has a little bit of speed. We're going to go up here and check on the leader. The leader has broken out to about a second all by himself. So will this be the man to beat? Actually, he is the current points leader as of right now. He could be on his way to win a championship, and that is going to be Mr. J.R. Shepard. Dunlap, Tennessee. Ten laps to go until the stage break, and we will see these cars definitely come down and get some four fresh feel goods and a full tank of go-go juice, and then they will have about 160 laps to battle it out. But this race is going very fast here at Richmond. I mean, if it goes all green flag laps, I mean, it's going to be over before we know it. But we did have a little bit of battle, and that is going to be. Cheney had a little bit of battle between Eldridge. And we do have a lap down car, I believe, in the mix. So the 08 of Gary Eldridge, he is one lap down. He will be able to get the lap back if he is able to keep that position. Looks like that wall is actually starting to take a toll on that number 38. He has, you can see the right side damage on that car coming out of turn number 2. That car is sliding up a little bit too much, so that is telling me that right front is wearing down, and that car is not wanting to turn. There you see he is kind of riding that high, high in that low lane. He got a good corner off that time, but his car is still got a little bit of handling issues. So once they bring these cars in, they will adjust possibly adjust their driving just a little bit and see how those tires are wearing and change the line that they're running. All right, let's go back here. Brian Underwood was able to get past Nathan Williams. Nathan Williams in that 43. Car finally gave up that position, and Brian Underwood able to take it away from him. Nice looking car that is. I actually like that car, and that is painted by one of their sponsors, and I think that's going to be Gadsden. Yep, Gadsden iRacing Graphics. So that is one of their cars. Nice looking car that is. Well, we got 4 laps to go until we see that caution come out. And we just took a view from our fan cam. And the leader is all the way up here. And I tell you, one person that's going to be glad to see that is going to be that number 48, because he was just passed. He is going to be 1 lap down. He is going to be the first car 1 lap down. He's got the 76 right there trying to get around him on the low lane. And that is going to be Josh Kreider. He is going to give it up to the leader. Nope, it looks like he has a little bit of rear damage, and it looks looks like the lead lap car of the 76 of Kenneth Cheney. He is going to try to force his way through there. No contact made, but he took the lane when he saw the advantage. Bob Eldridge, he is going to be right there behind the 48, and let's see how he makes it around. We have 2 laps to go until we see the stage break. Then we'll see everybody dive it in and get these cars all fixed up. There you see he had a little bit of problem. The 48 had a little bit of problem coming off the turn number 4, and he is fighting it, trying to stay out of that wall. 1 more lap until we see the stage break, and here comes the leader. He has got another car a lap down, and that is going to be the 9. So the 9 having problems, and the 48's got to get around the 9. The 9 has hit the wall very hard, so he's going to have to bring that car in and get it all repaired. And yeah, that car is not happy. It's got a wheel falling off, bumpers falling off, all kinds of stuff happening, and our yellow flag should be flying any moment now. And there it is. Our yellow flag is presented by the Admin Box, another proud sponsor of the Premium Stock Car Racing League. All right, while these guys are going in and getting their pit stops taken care of, we're going to go side by side and take a look at our race sponsors once again tonight. All right, and we are back. Uh-oh. All right, we are back. It looks like ATVO decided it does not want to work. There we go. Sorry about that. Well, we got quite a few viewers out there on the stream. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Definitely a pleasure to have everybody join into the stream. I know the stream was a little bit lit up at the beginning of the race. Don't be shy. If you're not a driver, don't text and drive. But if you are out here watching the race, definitely let me know who your driver is going to be. Kenneth Cheney is going to be showing the leader right now. It looks like J.R. Shepard. He had a little bit of problems coming off of pit road, but you know what? We're going to see if we can find our race leader as of right now. That's going to be Kenneth Cheney. Let's see if we can find him. And I don't believe he is. There's Eldridge. Yeah, Cheney is not in the chat, so we will go. J.R. Shepard. There he is. He's in Blue Thunder. Mr. Shepard, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, it's been a good race so far. It has been all green flag racing, and that 98 has been rolling out front this whole time. You've broken out to about a second lead over everybody else, but you went in the pits and you came out fourth. Tell us how you're feeling for the rest of this race.
Feel okay, I guess. Lost some track position there. Just had too much rear brake and slid through the box just barely by inches. So had to back up and lost some time there. But we'll try to get it back here. Hopefully we get a good long run and we try to keep the car from getting too tight in the center.
So car is too tight in the center. You know, do you foresee it going green the rest of the way, or will we see maybe that first incident caution fly?
I expected us to have some cautions tonight, but there's been some weird stuff going on, and no cautions have come out. So I'm starting to wonder if the cautions are even turned on. It'll be interesting, but if they're not turned on, then it's going to be a pretty simple one-stop race here after this stage.
Absolutely. Well, we wish you luck, and maybe we will be talking to you after the race. You're sitting first in the points, so good luck here tonight, and let's see if you can keep that points lead.
Yep, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Not a problem. All right, we should be getting side by side. Oh no, I guess we got another lap, and you know, let's bring in Mr. Brian Underwood. He's been running a pretty good race. Mr. Brian Underwood, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I have you.
Well, it looks like you're running a pretty good race of your own. You were able to make it around the 43. That was a nice little battle, and you were finally able to get around him. Now have yourself sitting in third. You got the leader going to be starting to your outside. What do you have to get that 77 up to the front and lead some laps?
I definitely like the long run. It was a good battle there with Nathan there. I was hoping get by him a little bit sooner and have a run for the guys up front, but I burned it up pretty early. So more laps to go here, so I'm going to save a little bit more and just move my way up through there and position by position.
Absolutely. That sounds like a pretty good strategy to me. Well, it looks like the pace car is going to dive off this time. We'll let you get back to your chat, and hopefully we'll be talking to you later on in the race.
All right, thank you.
All right, getting ready to go back green flag racing, and our pace car is going to be diving off this time by. And once again, we'll see that green flag fly. There it is. Our green flag is presented by tinyurl.com/vacay100. That is a proud sponsor of the Premium Stock Car Racing League. All right, looks like that 76 that did get a good jump, and that is just going to be Mr. Kenneth Cheney. He is going to be scored for leading some laps, so he will make some bonus points up. You got Bob Eldridge right there in that number 38. He has not really lost any ground. He was in third when he went into the pits, and he come out second. So he moved up one position. Oh, he had a little bit of wiggle coming out of turn number 2, and here comes that 98. That 98 started on the outside of Brian Underwood, and now he is already up to third. So not much slowing that number 98 down. He is going to look to the inside of that number 38, and he is going to have that bottom lane. He is going to be putting it right on the yellow line. Is he going to have the run off the corner? It looks like the 38 is going to be having a nose right there for second place. It looks like 98 is going to have a little bit better entry. Tires right on the line. that yellow line, and he is going to have to run off. As of right now, he was scored in the second position for that lap, and is he going to be able to make the turn as that 38 is still fighting on the outside, and the 77 is pretty much watching it all from his windshield. Now, as these two are battling it out, they could be using up what they have, but they are catching that 76 of Cheney. Cheney has got a really good view of this. Let's go to his bumper. Let's go to his gearbox cam, and there it is. There's the battle. He's going to go down to the low lane. Oh, the 38 just blinked out just a little bit, but he's still going to be side by side as they come out of turn number 2. It's going to be all side by side racing for the second position. Nice little battle for this position, and it's just a matter of time before one of them's tires give up. Nathan Williams is my driver. That's going to be TW in the chat. Appreciate you telling me that. We will keep an eye on him. He is going to be, that was that number 43 car, and right now he is going to be sitting in the 5th position. I'm trying to wait for this battle to fizzle on out, but it's not, doesn't seem like it's going to fizzle out. One of them's going to give up, and Bob Eldridge still fighting side by side as they come through the tri-oval, the Geico restart zone. You saw that right there on the bottom of your screen, and here they come once again into turn number 1, side by side. 38 going to be outside. 98 is going to be sitting in second for just a moment, and the 38 is going to get the run on the high line, and it's just a never-ending battle right there. We're going to ride on. Let's take a look from Underwood's windshield. This is the race that he's seeing. He's just back here watching how this is going to play out. Are they going to touch? Are they going to wreck? Are they going to, what is going to happen? Are they going to wear out their stuff? But it looks like the 38 is actually giving up just a little bit due to the fact that he's lost a little bit of ground, not by much, but he's still got about a half a car on the 98 on that outside. But it looks like the 98 is going to have this position probably by turn number 2. It looks like is going to fizzle out very soon. And a little wiggle out of the 38. We're going to go to a TV1 camera and see if we can still see what's going on with this battle. Oh, very close to that back bumper of the 98, and 38 gets a little bit loose, and he's going to lose a little bit more ground, and that 77 is going to be able to catch up, and that there is going to be that 43 machine, and that is going to be your driver. That is going to be Nathan Williams. Ooh, 38 is going to be a little bit out of shape. Oh, excuse me. Well, that was an awesome battle. Now, I want to go through the field and see where all our drivers are. See where they started, see where they're at, and we'll go back to the action. But Kenneth Cheney right now, he is getting challenged for the lead by J.R. Shepard. J.R. Shepard is going to be down 1 position. Cheney is going to be up 1 position. Bob Eldridge, he is going to be right there in 3rd. That's where he started the race, and that is pretty much where he is currently running. Brian Underwood started in 4th, and he is currently running in 4th. Nathan Williams started in 5th and currently running 5th. Jordan Hand, he is trying to make his way around. There you see the 52. That is going to be Noah Blackwell. He is going to be a lap down, so that was not for position. He is going to be in the 6th position, up 3 spots from where he started. We'll put the battle box up there, too, so you can see the information that I'm seeing. And it looks like Farrell Robbins in at 29. He is going to be right there in 7th. He started in 7th and currently running there. Austin Bloke, he is going to be in the 8th position. He is actually going to be up 6 positions. So great job from that number 24, making his way up. Going to be the biggest mover as of right now. Josh Kreider, he is going to be right there in the 9th position, up 3 spots, and he is going to be challenging for that. He is going to be challenging if he can get up to the 24. He'll be challenging for that position, but it looks like the 24 has got a challenge of his own from the 20 with the 29. 24 going to be looking to the inside. We'll take a look and see how that plays out. The 8 of Nathan Brookover, he is going to be right there in the 10th spot, up 5 positions. You got Broderick, he is going to be in that 07 machine. He is actually going to be the last car on the lead lap, and he is going to be in jeopardy as these cars, these leaders are catching him very quick. 98 is over, right back into the lead, and they are only about, I'd say, about 3 seconds behind. Jordan Kreider, he is going to be right there. He is 1 lap down already, in jeopardy. He might be in jeopardy of going 2 laps down if he's not careful. And you got Noah Blackwell. He is going to be showing in the 13th spot. Melvin is going to be showing in 14th. He has got to hit him a little bit of battle right there. And the last spot is going to be Gary Eldridge. Now, the battle that we saw was going to be the 24. It looks like the 24 was able to get around the 29, and that's going to move Austin up 7 positions. So great job by him, and now he's got his sights set on Jordan Hand from Tulsa. So it's been a very good race so far. We've only seen 1 caution, and that was for the stage break. And we could possibly see this whole race go green flag racing. Well, back out front is J.R. Shepherd. J.R. Shepherd is making his way to Mr. Broderick. There you see the gap between Broderick and the 98 of Shepherd, and it's just going to be a matter of time before that 07 goes a lap down. He is only about a turn away. Here he comes out of turn number 4, and here comes the leader right there out of turn number 4. So is Broderick going to put up a fight to stay on the lead lap? We shall see as they go into turn number 1, and it looks like that door is closing very fast as the 98 puts the power down coming out of turn number 2. He is already right there on the back bumper now within 0.3 of a second from that 07. So Broderick not looking like he is happy with his car. And about to go a lap down. 15 drivers out here. This is still a really good race for 15 drivers. I don't think I've seen a Richmond race yet, which I haven't really. I've seen one with the Gen 4 cars, and you know, that was actually a pretty clean race also. So this is my second best Richmond race that I've called with the next gen or ARCA cars. Last one race we had at Richmond broadcasted was about 23 cars, so that's the reason why it only falls into second. Ooh, it looks like Brian Underwood. He got a little bit loose coming out of turn number 4, and he had to do a little bit of collecting of his own, and he was having to turn that car right just to get it straightened back up. But you know what? Let's go to our driver's view. I know we're missing one driver, but let's go down and see how we're looking. Everybody looks nice and calm. Josh Kreider hard on the brakes, turning that car left, and there you have Jordan Kreider. He is coming down the front stretch. And Nathan Williams up there in that top right corner. He's just there's 2 cars in the wall. Let's see. That's going to be the 08. He is going to be in trouble, and that is going to be. Oh yeah, his car is smashed. He hit that inside wall, and he is going to go ahead and take his car down and get some repairs done to it. So that left front is going to have a lot of damage to it. There you see that fender is all pushed in, the tires exposed, and he's going to have to get that car all done up and repaired to get it back out there on the track. Well, about a 0.6 of a second of a lead that that Shepherd has on Cheney. Bob Eldridge, he is still right there in 3rd place. He's got Brian Underwood right there in 4th. Trying to close that door, but not able to get there. But Brian Underwood, he has a little bit of Nathan Williams right there behind him. Well, we got a few minutes. We will go ahead and crank it up for you and let you hear the flybys of the horsepower on the screen. So just give me 1 second and let's crank it up. All right, and we're going to be back, and hopefully you enjoyed that crank it up session. As our leader has broken out to a 1.19 second lead, now 1.2 seconds separate him from Kenneth Cheney. Kenneth Cheney has a pretty good gap, about 1.2 seconds between him and Bob Eldridge. Bob Eldridge has been running third pretty much all night. Actually, the top three have been in the same position. That's where they started, and maybe that's might be where they finished. Now, the leader did have a little bit of a too much brake bias on his first pit stop. Let's see if he got that corrected, and when we do go for green flag pit stops, see if he doesn't make that same mistake. He lost a little bit of positions. Nathan Williams is going to be riding in fourth. And there he is. And he has got Brian Underwood. You know, he was able to make the pass, but he's got Brian Underwood right there trying to make the pass on the bottom side. It looks like the 43 is going to get a little bit sideways. Maybe scrape the wall just a little bit as he drifted out of turn number 2. But it looks like the 77 is going to put the power down coming into turn number 3. Is he going to be able to make it coming out of turn number 4? He doesn't have the run to get there as they come into turn number 1. It is still going to be all that 43 car of Nathan Williams in fourth position. Nice little battle these drivers have had pretty much all night. They've been at it, and oh my goodness, the 08 is going to be at it again. He is going to smack the wall very hard, and that car is going to be toast. He went ahead and towed it. Let's go back and take a look and see what we can find out what happened to him as he was coming out of turn number 2. There you see he is in turn number 2. Let's see if we can get a little bit better camera angle. And he was already loose as he hit that, as he was riding on the bottom. 2 tires right there on the yellow coming out. Car started pushing, and he is cranking that wheel, and it's already gone up to the wall. So trying to put the power down, and that was all she wrote. She was already out of shape there. He has the wheels cranked to the right and right to the wall that he went. I hate to see that for Gary Eldridge, but Richmond is one of those tracks where things do happen. And they are very unpredictable. Well, I see him in the lobby, so let's see if we can go ahead and go grab him real quick and talk to him for a minute. Mr. Gary Eldridge, you got a copy.
Hello.
This is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes.
Well, we saw the incident that happened coming out of turn number 2. Is that car done for the night, or are you going to be able to get it repaired and get it back out there on the track?
No, I've already used my quick repair, and it's got way too much to repair. So we're done.
Way too much to repair. Well,
Yeah.
Well, next week might be a little bit easier as you are going to be able to go to Daytona. So, you know, how are you feeling about going into Daytona first super speedway in the playoffs?
I do like the super speedway, so that should be a good time.
Absolutely. Well, sorry to hear about your night. As you know, I know you're in the pits, but I appreciate you coming up and talking to me. Other than crashing, what do you think we might see? You know, throughout the run as we might be coming up to green flag pit stops.
Yeah, these tires, they wear out pretty quickly, so it's hard to say. I was starting to feel like Superman because I had to go in and get the last set of tires there when I had to go for my quick repair, but they wore out pretty quick too, so that's the way it is.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you talking with me, and can't wait to see what you can do at the super speedway next week.
All right, we'll give it a shot next week. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, we were able to bring one car in. That is the first car that's going to be retired, and that is going to be Gary Eldridge. Still got Bob Eldridge out there. He is going to be running in the third place. He is still doing a pretty darn good job, even though he has fallen off a little bit. He is 2.4 seconds back from Cheney, so it looks like his car is starting to wear down. And now, could he make a pit stop and get that car back on track and maybe take the lead a little bit early from Shepard? We shall have to see, as he has already kicked his car sideways coming out of turn number 2. Looks like Williams and Underwood have fallen back about 3 seconds, to Eldridge. So we'll go back here and take a look at them. And they have the 07, and that is going to be Broderick. And Broderick they have not put Broderick down. They're trying to get around him. He is going to be the first car one lap down. He is looking for the caution. 43 going to look to the inside. Broderick going to go to the outside and trying to keep that car out of their way as they're coming through turn number 4. He is going to go all the way up to the wall, almost scraping it, but he does keep it off. So that car still has a little bit of tire left, but he is looking for that caution so he can get back on the lead lap and maybe battle for some positions. 98 still out front, looking to lead a lot of laps. Now, is he going to be able to lead everyone? No, he's not, because he came out 4th, and that allowed Cheney to get up front and actually lead some laps. But is he going to have the most laps led? That's probably going to be the case here tonight at Richmond. He has got this car dialed in, and he is making it known that he wants to be champion. Nathan Williams still riding in the 4th position. Brian Underwood going to be still riding in 5th. You got Austin Bloke. He is going to be riding in 6th. Now, he is going to be the biggest mover of the race so far. He is going to be up 6 positions. You got Jordan Hand right there in the 88. He was able to make the pass on Jordan Hand and put him down to 7th. Still up 2 positions from where he started this race. You got Josh Crowder. He is going to be right there behind that 88, trying to make some moves. He's going to look down low and not going to be able to get there. But it looks like Josh has a little bit of right side damage on his car. We'll go and check. Yeah, it looks like it's scraped and bruised up just a little bit. .98 laps to go here in the race, and we still have not seen a caution. We have not seen these cars really get really loose off the exits to where it would bring out a caution, but it's been a pretty exciting race here so far. Once again, Daytona is going to be next week, so that is going to be the third playoff race. So can't wait to see what these guys do at a super speedway. We've seen Kentucky last week. Now we get to see a little bit of a short track. Next week we get to see a super speedway. Then we go to North Wilkesboro, and then one of my favorite tracks is going to be Michigan. So a lot of exciting races left as we are getting close to crowning a champion here in the Premier Stock Car Racing League. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Well, let's see. Let's go take a look at our driver views for a few minutes, see how they are making out, see how these cars are still doing. I still don't have Noah Blackwell's screen, but you know what? I can pretty much do this. We won't have Noah Blackwell's camera, his webcam, but we will have his driver view. Maybe. If I can get it pulled up. There we go. And we'll go to Noah Blackwell's, and there we go. So we still do have his camera, just not his iRacing camera. Like I said, something may have happened to where it froze up on him, or he may have clicked out of it. Never know exactly what happened. But we still do have it, and it looks like Robbins is getting ready to go a lap down. And me being the controller of the cameras, I can actually switch to J.R. Shepard. There his view. There you see he was turning a little bit right, but since the name on it says Noah Blackwell, we're going to go back down to his racing cam. Everybody still looks pretty smooth on the wheel, except for Josh Kreider. It looks like that car is giving him a handful. You can see he is definitely fighting that wheel, trying to get that car to turn. Coming off the turn, he is a little bit wiggly, but no harm, no foul. He's still able to go straight. All right, we'll take it back full view, and we will step aside for one moment and take a look at tonight's race sponsors. We'll be right back. All right, we just had our first yellow flag, and our yellow flag is presented by the Admin Box, proud sponsor of the Premium Stock Car Racing League. All right, that's going to be Josh Crowder. Let's go back and take a look and find out what exactly happened to him. And there you see he is in that number 48. He is going to be coming through the tri-oval, and whatever happened, possibly happened in turn number 1. It looks like he has got Noah Blackwell on his outside, and that car is already out of shape just a little bit. Noah Blackwell all the way up towards the wall. Here they come into turn number 1, and he is sliding up the track. So did he lose a tire? And then Noah Blackwell decides he didn't know if he probably didn't know he was still there or not, and he tries to turn down to make the turn, and he's going to spin that number 48 and bring it on around. That's going to bring out our first actual incident caution of the night. We'll go back live screen. He does still have a fast repair, so he will be able to get that car all repaired up. But let's see how everybody plays out with their pit stops. And it looks like the 98 was able to get into his pit box. Looks like everybody made it in, and of course they're going to all take tires. 24 is going to be still in, and it looks like the 07 is going to get his waiver round. Excuse me. Everybody is definitely glad to see that caution because they don't have to make the green flag pit stops. But while we are let's see here. Let's bring up our biggest mover. Austin, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do. What's up, man?
Well, I just wanted to bring you up into the booth because as of right now, you are the biggest mover. You're starting in 6th. You are 8 positions up from where you started this race. Man, tell us how that car is feeling for you, and do you have anything for those leaders up there? They're pretty fast.
Yeah, well, car's feeling pretty good. We started off, it was open qualifying, and I missed a lot of practice, so I just figured I might as well not put a lap in and start in the back, see what the car's got. Move on to the second question. I don't think I have anything for anybody up in the top 5, but maybe I could get 5th. We'll just have to see. All those other guys are way faster than I am.
Well, you got one that's starting to, that's been in the top 5 pretty much all night, starting behind you, and you got 2 that's 2 right there in front of you, and the top 3 have just been blowing the doors off of everybody. But man, this should be a pretty exciting race because it looks like you were kind of evenly matched with them for quite a while. No gain, no loss. But man, let's see what that 24 can do in the closing laps. First incident caution. I bet you all are glad to see that happen because everybody's always afraid to make green flag pit stops at a track that's unpredictable as this one.
Yeah, I was. I mean, at least though, if we would have been able to run the car out of fuel, everybody would have to pit at that point. So, you're no longer darned if you do or darned if you don't. Everybody has to come in, and then it's just the ultimate luck of the draw.
Absolutely. Well, Austin, I know you're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Well, good luck in the rest of your race, and maybe we'll be talking to you. I like to interview the biggest movers of the race after it ends.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Not a problem. And you were in Blue Thunder. All right. Well, Austin, I'm glad to be able to bring him up to the booth and let him have a little bit of airtime. And it looks like we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. We got 8 cars on the lead lap. The 07 was able to get his lap back. He's going to start at the end of the longest line. Pace car will dive off this time as here comes the 869, and looks like the 9 is catching up also. 48 going to be still in the pits, and here we go, green flag racing once again. And once again, our green flag is presented by tinyurl.com/vacay100, proud sponsor of the Premium Stock Car Racing League. Definitely go check them out. It looks like they might have some vacation packages for you, but right now this leader is going to try to break out and create a little bit of distance and be on his own little vacation on his way to the championship if he can grab a win. And look at Kenneth Cheney. He is going to be looking to take the lead here coming into turn number 2, and he's not going to be able to do it. That 98 is too good on that outside. You're going to have to get the 98 on the inside and Cheney be on the outside because Cheney ran a very good line last time. Oh, a little bit of door check right there. That's going to cost his 76 to get out of shape. He does save it, but he's still going to be door to door coming into turn number 1. He is not giving up yet, and it looks like that 76 is going to nose it out just a little bit. He loses a little bit of ground. He got sideways. The 38 was looking to capitalize from that little bit of a mistake, but he could not get there. Now the 38 is going to dive it down low, coming in turn number 3, and they are pretty much going to fall back in a line. So that was a pretty darn good little battle with a little bit of bumping and banging, but the 76 was not able to rattle Shepard's cage and still able to hold on to that top spot. So good little run by Cheney. He does have about 78 laps left in this race, so he will have another chance if he can keep the wheels on it. And looks like Josh Kreider, he is going to be able to bring his car out back onto the track. He looks like he's going to be a little bit slow, but these leaders are definitely not slow. Bob Eldridge is going to be still in that number 38. He's going to be all over the 76. You got Nathan Williams. He's going to be still up one position, riding in the 4th. You got Jordan Hand right there in the 5th position in that number 77 machine. He is looking to take a position away from that number 88. Is he going to be able to do it? We shall keep an eye on that. And there you see Austin. He is now down one position from where he restarted. So it looks like that car is not handling the way he wants to, but if he can keep everybody a lap down, with the exception of Broderick, because he's got a little bit of work to do to get up through the field. He had to start at the back of the tail end of the longest line. Austin might be able to bring home a 7th place position. And let's see where Broderick is. And there he is in the 07. So he's got a little bit of work to do if he wants to catch up to that. Somebody just come in? Yes, they did. Mr. Josh Kreider. How you doing, man?
It wasn't the night that the 48 needed. We'll just put it that way. Idiot in the 52's in the way, but we'll move on from that. So I'll join you in the broadcast booth.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, appreciate you stopping by, man. We were just, looking where Broderick is in 8th position, trying to see how much gap he had between him and Austin there in that number 24 before he can actually take any positions. He was a lap down, so he started at the tail end of the longest line, and we were just seeing where he was at, about 4 seconds back from Austin in that 24. Man, tell us how your race was, man. And it looks like that car was a little bit hard to handle at times, but it looks like you were able to keep it up in the top 10. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Well, I was running there for stage points, running with Melvin Berenger and myself and a few other drivers, and the 52 ran out of talent and just ran me over like an idiot. So I had to take a faster pair after that, and then after that, the 52 was an idiot again.
Well, so much for Richmond Raceway. But next week, man, you do have Daytona, which is a super speedway where it's going to be a lot of drafting, and we may see the big one, we may not. As we see the racing that has been tonight, man, I don't think we'll see even caution next week. But tell me, how are you feeling going into that race?
I mean, at this point, my season's over. I mean, I'm at the bottom of the playoff bracket after the unfortunate run. I mean, this is just a bad track. They should fill it up with water and make it into a fishing lake.
Uh-oh. We lost Broderick, or Bob Eldridge. He was sitting 3rd, and he's no longer on the track.
Oh, no. Bob, wow, he was having a good night. Do I have a way to view here what you're viewing on your screen, and we'll do some commentating together? How about that?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'll send you a, actually, you might be able to, I'll just share my screen this way. How about this? Interesting. I never share my I never share my screen, so I'm like, how do I do this?
And I'm never out of the race to where I can do this. So if you if you can't figure it out, just let me know what we're watching here, and I can change it on my screen. We'll do some commentating together.
Actually, I'm going to share my OBS with you because that has all the iRacing info on it.
Cool.
Hopefully you'll be able to see it, and if you go in that little room, you will be able to see my camera.
Okay.
Were you able to pull it up?
Yep, got it here.
If it's too
So let's,
fuzzy, I'll share a different link. I'll share.
It's good. Let's we can rock and roll. It's not the greatest, but I can figure it out here.
All right. Well, right now we are riding around with Cheney. And Cheney, he has fallen back to about 1.39 seconds. Yeah, it looks like Bob is going to be out of the race now. He has fallen down to 10th. And like you said, I hate to see that due to the fact that he was running up in third. He was given a challenge to Cheney just a little bit. But, man, that was a pretty good night for him. But he's not going to be able to finish it. So depending on where he's sitting at in points, this could probably ruin his season too. What do you think?
I don't believe Bob made the playoffs overall, but he's been a pretty consistent driver. Going back to Cheney, Cheney's had a really consistent season. He's kind of been the best of the rest when it comes to not winning a race here. Something seems to be getting in the way. I tell you what, he was running pretty aggressive earlier, kind of chopping off second and third place. I'm surprised he didn't get himself turned with JR, but he wound up letting him by. Looks like we got some pretty good action here in the back with Bokel going by the lap car of Noah Blackwell and Melvin, and working with Jordan Hand out here for position.
Yeah, he is going to be the biggest mover of the race. He is actually up 8 positions, and I'll throw the battle box up so you can see the information that I see. Hopefully you can see that, but he is battling for the 9 spots up, and I talked to him just before we went back Green Flag Racing, and he was pretty confident with his car, but he doesn't think he has anything for the top 5, which he's battling to get in the top 5 as of right now.
Yeah, I tell you, man, I cannot underestimate and overestimate how hard it is to get a run off the bottom. So if you run down the bottom, that guy on the top gets to pin down you inside coming off the turn, and you really get tight. The bottom car gets tight and it starts pushing up. The right front starts pushing, and then when you get down on the throttle, the right rear starts to kick out, and it really gets pretty crazy when you're trying to run side by side and pass the driver in front of you.
Yeah, that is true, and that high side has had the run off, and they are still battling it out. And this reminded me of Cheney and Shepard. They battled it out for quite a few laps, and then Cheney just finally fizzled out on that bottom, where he wore out that right front, and just after the green flag had flown, he was right back at it again. Ooh, the 88 got a little bit loose.
Oh, he's in the wall.
And he is going to lose a little bit of he's going to lose a little bit of position. The 52 is going to make his way right on by, and the 52, that's not going to be a forward position as he is a lap down, I believe. Yeah, he's going to be the first car.
Lap down. He's not using his head tonight for sure.
Well, intimidating tracks can do that. I lost his driver cam earlier. It was just stuck on a cam. I don't know if he minimized it or something, but something happened. I didn't have his webcam or anything. So, well, 43 has got a nice little battle from Brian Underwood. This is going to be for the third position. Nathan Williams working his way up 2 spots from where he started this race. Now Brian Underwood is going to look down low, and coming out of turn number 4, it is still going to be almost side by side. Brian looks like he has a fender, but he is going to dive. He is going to let off just so he can get that better entrance coming into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, like you said, they're riding that low line, but it looks like the high line is going to be a little bit looser than that low line. What do you think there, Josh?
Yeah, so I got a feeling that the 43's got a little bit of brake bias dialed into the rear to where he can get through the middle of the turn when he's on the outside a little better. And then the 77, if you look here right at the light now, off the throttle and down into the turn, trying to apex really well. Looks like he's got a little bit of a run. Looks like he's going to clear the 43 coming off 2.
Absolutely, and that he does. And the 43, it looks like he was not happy with that, as they are pretty much nose to tail coming back into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. It looks like the 43 is going to have a small little run coming out of the turn, and they are going to be side by side as they come to the start-finish line. They are racing it out like it was the last lap, and we only have about 53 laps to go here in this race, and it's still a lot of racing. But so, do you think it's all JRs? Do you think we'll see a last-minute caution? You have unlimited tires. So what do you think? If a late caution comes out, do you go in? Do you get tires? Do you stay out? Do you try to win it on hopes and dreams? What do you think?
Well, the field's pretty strung out. I don't expect there to be a caution, but there is one pit stop left to go here. So anything can happen on that. You might have somebody try to do two and see if they're tight and get loosened up a little bit, but it's not really going to pay off, I don't think. Coming to 50 laps to go, I mean, it's J.R. Shepherd's to lose here. I mean, the battle is going to be, we look at the implication of the 43 and the 77 run, and that's valuable points for Brian Underwood coming in, and then Nathan Williams being inside the playoffs as well. So it's close here.
Absolutely, and it's close one indeed. And looks like Nathan Williams, he's going to drop back. But look who is coming slowly but surely. You know, he has made up a little bit of time, and that's going to be that number 24 machine, Austin. You know, he is now up 9 positions from where he started, and he's got the 52 right there. But he has been silently, you know, just making laps. He has been making up time. He's got no real challenger. The 52 is not really challenging for a position, but that time, well, that corner there, looks like he made up a little bit, but he lost it at coming out of 4. But he's staying right there within striking distance of Williams.
Yeah, so if I look at my on my system here, we've got from the last lap, the fastest lap that was running through, everybody's pretty consistent around that. The 24 seems to be really, really strong on the long run, and he's been like that all season. Like we said, he's been the fastest mover, the highest mover coming up through the field. Currently 8 seconds behind the leader, and he is gaining time as they go by.
Absolutely. Spread out they are, like you said, but looks like the 43 is still trying to hang in there with Brian Underwood, and that's going to be the closest battle as the 76 is running by himself, and the 98 is pretty much in his own little zip code. He has got the 9 right there in front of him. Berginger, he is going to be going another lap down if he does not pick up the pace. He's already 3 laps down. Well, right on his gearbox cam, and there is the gap between him and Shepherd.
Yeah, and look at the lap times here that we've got. Shepherd just ran a 23.225. Cheney ran a 23.179, and Underwood ran a 23.2. So everybody is within a half a tenth of a second there. Bokel ran a 23.388. So pretty much everybody running the same lap times as they go through and battle throughout the speedway.
Absolutely, and you know, you did say that they do have one pit stop left. Now, what was the stint of your fuel run? Do you when do you think we'll start seeing those pit stops start?
You know, I may have been incorrect when I said they had a pit. They will have the option to try to flip the strategy, but I think they can actually make it completely through the race without pitting again. So I'll see if I can check on that just to make sure, but they might be good to go to the end.
All righty, we'll be awaiting that information. Well, nose to tail is going to be that 77 to 43. 43 is going to be just hanging out. He's going to be riding that low lane just a little bit. It looks like he got a little bit sideways coming out of turn number 4, but he is still making really good laps. Not really challenging, not really pushing it. Maybe it might be too early. We have 43 laps to go. 157 complete of 200. 24 is still back here, just hanging out. He has dropped off to about 9 seconds. 9 seconds back from the leaders. He's about 3.5, about 2.5 back from Williams in the 4th position. You got Jordan Hanna. He is going to be running in the 6th position. He is up 6 spots, so he is doing really well. Up 3 spots. He's doing a pretty darn good job. You got Broderick back here in the 07. He has actually made it up, you know, even though that he is the last car on the lead lap, he is still up 6 spots from where he started this race. So Noah Blackwell, go ahead.
We do have some drivers that are right on the number, some fuel saving being done here on being able to make it. So it's going to be close.
So some fuel saving. Well, while we are trying to find out who's going to be saving that fuel, we are going to go to our driver cams, and one is going to be out because he's in the booth with me, but he can wave and say hi. But we'll still go to those driver cams anyway, and there they all are. I'm going to be riding around with Noah Blackwell, and there you see he gave the thumbs up. 3 out of the 4 drivers still out there in the race. Well, so what happened to Jordan Kreider early on in the race? You know, he is about 4 laps down. Tell us what happened in his race.
He just doesn't have a lot of experience at this track, and really iRacing generally is newer to iRacing, and this is a tough beast. So within 25 laps or so, he was going a lap down, and you just try to manage your way through and pick up whatever positions you can. Not much you can do from there.
Awesome. Well, Josh. Well, while we got you in the booth, you know, we do have other viewers besides your drivers that watch this. You know, we do have a lot of people from a lot of other leagues. Tell them how they can get involved with Premium Stock Car Racing League if they were to choose so, because your season is coming to an end, and I'm pretty sure that you will be looking to maybe do a little bit of recruitment later on. So let's hear about how they can look into your racing league.
Yeah, absolutely. You can look up Premium Stock Car Racing League on Facebook and send us a message there. And we also have the Discord link. If you search for us in the iRacing Simulator, we have the Discord link to where you can join our Discord and get a hold of the admins. Brian Underwood and Joshua Kreider are the ones that you can reach out to and get more information on that. Obviously, we've had some really clean racing as we go throughout the season with minimum cautions. So we've had good racing, as it looks like Austin Bokel has went up to 4th and Jordan Hand has went to 5th. Did Nathan pit, or we have an issue out on the track with Nathan Williams?
So Nathan Williams was slow out on the track, and right now he's got his hands full of Jordan Hand, and we do have a replay that we can go back and take a look and see what happened with him. That car is very loose coming out of turn number 4. Let me stop it right there. Let me just back it up just a little bit more, and it doesn't look like there was any contact made. It looks like there was just, he tried to put the power down, but I don't believe the tires could handle it, and that car broke sideways on him. And just before we went to the replay, it looks like he was still having hands full, and there he goes. He just breaks loose coming out of turn number 4, right across the start-finish line. He was sideways.
Yeah, he got the power down. You're late in the run here, and the right rear is really melting itself off, and you get sideways and spin her around like that. What a great save there by him to be able to keep it straight after the fact and only lose a couple spots, though.
You are absolutely right. Most people could not have pulled that off, especially in these cars. But great job by that 43, and we'll go see if he still is battling with Jordan Hand. It looks like his car. So at this point, if your tires are melted off, you might go 3 laps down if you go into the pits. But you said some people are fuel saving. What would you do? Would you just bite the bullet, go in, grab me some tires, and be faster than everybody else on the track, or and know that you have enough fuel to make it, or would you chance it and stay out?
Yeah, I'm staying out. There's no way that I'm coming in and sacrificing 3 laps. If you come in and pit now, you're going to be dropping at least to 11th spot, and you're not even in line for the lucky dog. First car lap down right now is Broderick. So unless you got a full cycle of pit stops, there's no way it can pay off. You can gain up a little bit of time. If you're already a lap down, like say if you think you're pushing it close and you're in your Blackwell or your Broderick or Farrell Robbins right now and you're all 1 lap down, maybe you can take a look at it. But if you're not one of those guys, there's no chance that I'm coming in.
Good point. Well, that 24 is now up 10 spots from where he started. He's got a little ways until he catches that 77, but he is slowly but surely stalking. He is only about 1.6 seconds back away from Underwood for a top 3 position. Now, if he can hold that car together, like you said, he does have really good long run speed, and we'll look at the last time by, and it looks like he is actually a little bit faster than Underwood that last time by, 23.3 to a 23.49. And he is actually faster than the leader. So he's coming slowly but surely.
I tell you what, let's pull in Brian Underwood over here and let's talk to him as he's driving.
All right. Okay, I'll let you pull him in.
I have the ability to do that. I'm the league owner. I'm the boss. I can do this stuff. Brian Underwood, bringing you in here to the booth as you're driving out there. How's your race going?
Very loose.
Yeah, we were watching you you battle out there. What happened between you and Nathan Williams out there? Did he just get loose underneath you, or were you guys running close and that was just a racing incident, or what happened?
Yeah, we just been butt buddies this entire race, side by side. So he just got a little loose on me, and well, he paid the price on going on the inside that time.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got the number 24 coming up behind you. Bokel's been the fastest driver on the long run. He's actually running faster than the leader right now. How are we going to do to hold him off?
I'm more worried about fuel right now. Only about a half lap to the good, so doing a little bit of saving.
All right. Do you think everybody's kind of in that situation, or do you think somebody's going to try to short pit it and bring it out and try to gain some track position?
If they were going to pit, they would have done about 10 laps ago. It's pretty much be maybe cars running out on the last lap. Might make an interesting finish. I mean, I think it looks like Shepard has quite a ground. He could kind of just lift. So, I don't know. Find
All
out
right,
here.
bud. We'll send you over back to the chat. Thanks for talking to us.
Appreciate it, Brian. Well, you know, that's pretty interesting. You know, I was going to ask him a little bit about, you know, Austin coming up in his rear view mirror, because Austin is now within a second's reach of that number 77. So he is about a half a lap to the good. But if Austin gets to that back bumper, is he going to put the hammer down to really keep that position, or is he going to just let the 24 ride on by and hope the 24 runs out later on in the run?
Watching the telemetry here with riding on board with the 77, when you're riding on board there, Brian is really letting off about halfway down the backstretch. So I think a little bit like he was saying with the 24 catching him, he's not really worried about that. He's worried about fuel right now. So he's definitely in fuel conservation mode, and the 24 is going. So it's going to be interesting, like you said, coming down to the end here. But he's letting off really early at some points to save that fuel.
Yeah, it looks like I'll have to ride with Brian, but it looks like the 24 letting off a pretty good ways too. Not as I don't think as far back as Brian is. So yeah, I believe you are right. We'll go to a different camera angle. And it looks like the 98 got a little bit loose coming off the turn number 2. He was able to make the pass on the 9, and it looks like the 98 has had a little bit of incidents with the wall. There you see he is going to be passing Jordan Kreider. So he has had a little bit of incidents with that outside wall, probably out of turn number 2, as these cars are getting very loose.
Yeah, we're down to 20 to go now. As we go through the field here, riding along with Chaney and going past Underwood, we got a pretty good battle going for 5th place right now. We've got Noah Blackwell, the lap car, in between the car of Jordan. Oh, in the wall. Yeah, the 43 and the 88 together here that are running for position. Oh, a little bit of contact. What is the 52 doing? He just came over the radio and said, "My bad, Jordan." So that definitely was his bad. Like I said, he's been driving like an idiot.
Well, it looks like the 43, that did open the door for the 43, and the 43 has got the 88.
Whoa!
Ooh, wow.
You got a little loose there. Wow. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. But that opened the door for the 43 to actually make up a little bit of ground, because he was riding in the 3rd position, and now he is trying to get back up to where he was. But I don't know if he has the tires left now that he has a lapped out car. I don't believe the 52 is actually going to let him run on by. I just don't see it happening.
No, I don't think so. And there was a little bit of contact earlier in the season between the 43 and the 52 and the 88 as well. So that might be a little bit of what's playing out. It looks like Broderick has caught the 77.
Absolutely. Still a little bit of distance, about 0.3 of a second, now about 2. It looks like that 24 has got a little bit of better entry. Like you said, the 77 is letting off, trying to save that fuel, trying to make sure he is in the good, as we only have about 16 laps to go. It looks like he's putting, let's see what the lap times are for these two, and it looks like 29.50 and or excuse me, 23.50 and a 23.38. So, and here is going to be the pass for the 3rd position. It's 24 going to look to the inside of the 77 coming into turn number 1. 24 is going to have the low lane. Is he going to be able to make the pass? I don't like to pull drivers up, but I'd love to know if that 24 has enough fuel to make it to the end.
I tell you what, let me go look in here to the telemetry, and he pitted on lap 114 with Underwood, Cheney, and Shepard, so they all are in the same fuel position.
Same fuel position, but did he save earlier and now going later? And did the 77 go earlier and now having to save later? So if that was the case, you know, they are pretty much on the, like you said, pretty much on the same strategy, and the way they're battling it, they both might be in the good. 13 laps to go here at Richmond Raceway, and they are all chasing this man right here, and that is going to be that number 98 of J.R. Shepard. J.R. Shepard, our points leader, and he is showing right now why he is that points leader.
Absolutely, he's been dominant pretty much all night. Cheney got a little bit in front of him, but that was about it for the night. As the 24 and 77 still battle side by side. It's just so hard to get past the guy when you go onto the inside. The 77 definitely let the 24 have the inside, knowing that it was going to be hard to get past him.
Well, he's got the pass now. He's going to slide up in front of the 77. The 77 is going to get a little bit of loose coming out of turn number 2, but he does not lose any ground. And it looks like the 77 is really putting the power down now, because he is staying right there with the 24. 24, and he looks like he's getting a little bit looser coming out, so he is trying to, he's going to smack the wall. He's going to be in the wall. He's going to put some scrapes and bruises on the side of that car. Boy.
Yeah, really hung it out as much as he could there. I think that he was giving the 24 all that 77 had left, but the 24 is by him, and he is set sail.
And there is the 8. He's going to let everybody by, and that is going to be Nathan Brookover. He is not going to hold anybody up. He is just out here making laps right now, holding the 12th position, still up from last, so he's not having a bad night. You know, he's made some positions, made some points. But Richmond not going to be his night tonight.
And we are inside 10 to go here, so it's going to be interesting. Can they make it? What do you think?
The way they're racing it out right now, we'll go back and look that last time by. It looks like the 24 and the 77 are pretty much running the same lap times, along with the 43. The 43 is running some fast lap times too. But second, third, and fourth are running pretty much right there along the same. Cheney just ran a little bit faster than the leader, so I think they got enough. They are running some pretty consistent lap times. I think they got it.
I tell you, let's pull somebody up here that's in the running fifth right now. Nathan Williams. He's not around anybody, so let's pull him up here and see what they're talking about on the radio. Can they make it? What do you say?
Let's do it.
Nathan Williams, it's Josh up at the booth, and I got Richard with me. Can you make it to the end of the race, and what are you hearing?
Yes, sir. Brian is pretty close. I have about 5 laps of fuel left. Trying to keep my cool right now because I got a good space between me and Jordan Hand. But Blackwell's about to force my hand if he keeps almost spinning me. So trying to keep my cool with the last 5 laps, I'm going to be honest with you. Kind of hard.
All right, brother. Thank you. Go out and finish the race. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Jordan Hand just got loose coming out of turn number 2, so that just created a little bit more distance between him and the 43 of Nathan Williams. So it's going to be close. He said the last 5 laps. You know, he's got about 5 laps to go. Well, he just hit 5 laps to go, so he may not make it. He may be coasting to the finish, and it's going to be interesting. You know, J.R. Shepard, he is out so far that you know, he doesn't have to worry about it. 3.4 seconds, you know, separate him from Cheney. Cheney is making a little bit of ground, but I don't believe he's got enough time to actually get to that back bumper of that 98.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he's gaining a little bit of ground, but I don't think he's got enough time, like you said. And as far as the fuel goes, right now, the 88 of Jordan Hand running in 6th is the last car on the lead lap. And then Nathan's running in 5th there. So if they run out, they got a little bit of a buffer when it comes to being behind Shepard here, as we're coming to 3 to go.
As we're coming to 3 to go, I'm looking at these lap times and, you know, looking at the gap between Cheney and Shepard, and that is actually closing. So is the 98 of Shepard actually having to save, you know, looks like the 88 is out of shape just a little bit. He is right there in front of the leader, but I believe the 98 is having to save a little bit because that gap is closing.
Yeah, he may have pushed it a little bit, knowing that Cheney was gaining a little bit here, but 2 to go. I mean, it's all or nothing now. You gotta put your balls on the line, hang them out, let's go.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to follow along with that number 98, and as he is coming around to turn number 3, he is going to be hitting the white flag here in about a turn, and here he goes. White flag is going to fly. This is for all the marbles. Our white flag is presented by tinyurl.com/vacate100, proud sponsor of the Premium Stock Car Racing League. Well, white flag is out. Can
Oh, the
everybody...
43 and the 52 get together. I'm sorry.
Oh, and there it is.
Oh, little retaliation. Sorry. They just came over the radio and said that as J.R. Shepard's going to come and win the race, but man.
So let's go back and take a look and see what happened. We're going to go back to the white flag, and we're going to ride with the 43 and the 52 and see exactly what happened. 43 going to be looking to the inside, or excuse me, on the outside, coming out of turn number 2. This is going to be the final lap. So what's going to happen here? Is the 43 going to give him the bumper? Yes, he is.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, the bumper was given, and just a little bit of retaliation, but everybody was able to finish the race. So
Yeah, sorry for hopping in there. It's just that they started talking over the chat, and I was like, wow, that was pretty intense. So, heck of a win by J.R. Shepard as he continues his dominance in the series right now, and will solidify his points lead, continuing on.
absolutely. Well, we will in a moment. We'll go track down our top 3. Actually, they should come to the waiting room. There's one, Cheney. I was looking for him earlier. He was not in Discord.
Second place, Cheney.
I know where Austin is, so I can track him down. Austin, this is Richard and Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do, man.
Well, looks like you are able to make the biggest mover of the race. 11 spots from where you started. You were able to make a pass on Brian Underwood. It didn't look like you had to save it all on fuel, but you definitely made Brian use up what he had so you could catch him. And third place finish, man. Tell us how your race went.
It was crazy. I was surprised I was able to finish as well as I did. Third place absolutely shocks me. It helps that Bob got disconnected there just due to internet. I hate to see that for him, any just competitor to have that happen. It kind of sucks. I had to save there at the end. I just oversaved, so when it got inside 20 to go, I was 10 to the good, and I could really just put the hammer down and race Brian for everything. But it's just the two schools of thought, I guess. Mark Martin versus Ryan Newman, and I'm kind of a Mark Martin. If you got to run, I'll let you go. But there's a lot of other Ryan Newmans in here where you really had to fight them. So pretty thankful we were able to save our tires.
Well, me and Josh were actually talking about a strategy, and I was wondering if that was the strategy that you were playing: save early, run late. And the 77 was actually on this separate. He was on a totally different strategy, which he was run early, save later. And it looks like the save early and run late actually worked out in your favor because you were able to bring home that third place. You know, unfortunate for the 38, he did have a really good run up in the top 3 the whole night, but you know, things do happen. Hopefully he will be back for Daytona next week. But man, awesome job here tonight here at Richmond. Richmond, definitely a hard track to handle, but you are able to do it and keep that car pretty clean doing it.
Yeah, I was surprised. Usually I suck here. This is probably the first race I've ever ran at Richmond where I'm proud of my run and I kept the car in one piece. Definitely shocked by that. And it's it's less safe at the beginning, more just run whatever lap time I feel comfortable with. And if people want by, they get by. If I'm faster than people, I'll run them down and hopefully I can pass them. But yeah, Richmond's a tough track.
Funny how you stated Mark Martin, but you're running Jeff Gordon.
It's just his school of racing, I guess. Jeff's was, I don't know, push the car when you want to, or always go as fast as the car will let you. But I'm more just, I'll see you guys in 20 laps, and hopefully I can pass them. Usually I don't.
Absolutely. Well, great finish here tonight. And once again, you are going to be the biggest mover of the race. And, with those podium finishes, you are able to give out all the shout outs that you would like to give whenever you are ready, my friend.
Thank you so much, man. Well, I got to start off with thanking the good Lord, my parents, my wonderful girlfriend, Jacqueline. She's amazing, just actually left a couple minutes ago. I got to thank the guys who put on this league, my team, Different Path Motorsports, and you guys for putting on this fantastic broadcast. You guys do a great job. Been watching the last couple of weeks, and it's just, you're doing a great job composing your thoughts. Your voice is amazing. You guys are doing phenomenal.
Well, the thoughts come and go as the action changes. Man, it's so hard to keep one train of thought. But I definitely do appreciate that. And, these admins, I see that they put in a lot of hard work. So I know they appreciate those shout outs to them too. But, man, we're going to let you go and celebrate. Thank you for joining us in the booth. And, man, can't wait to see what you can do at Daytona next week.
Yeah, thank you for having me, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Josh. Man, that was what a nice guy. That makes sense real.
Austin, he's a good guy for sure, and I've been impressed. What he was talking about with coming through the field as the run goes on is definitely true. He's a long run, guys, definitely for sure. Let's go ahead and get our second place finisher up here.
Absolutely. Mr. Cheney, this is Richard and Josh up in the booth. Yeah, got a copy, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me breathing this week? Am I fine?
Yeah, you're fine.
I had it a bit too close last week, I guess. So I was listening to back. I was like, ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Well, that sounds pretty good, but you've had a good run all night tonight. You've kept that car up in second. You had first for a little bit. You didn't have a real big challenge for the 98 of Shepherd, but you tried to put it in there, and you tried to put it in early after one of those cautions, but just couldn't quite make it and get your car out front. Man, tell us a little bit about your race here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like Shepherd, he's just quick, to be honest. So I mean, I just feel like he has like the better short run speed than me, I guess. So, but I mean, all race I was just pretty much no man's land. So I don't know. It was a pretty boring race for me on my end. So, but I mean, I'm just glad to get the second place. So.
Well, that side-by-side battle that y'all had for about 5 laps, and that was a very exciting battle. Looks like your car got a little bit of bumps and bruises from a little bit of contact with the 98, and that was actually really fun to watch.
Yeah.
But man, I'm pretty sure that you're happy with the run that you had here tonight. So congratulations! You started in second, finished in second. Man, you can't ask for much better than that besides a win.
Hey,
Yeah,
Cheney,
no.
I want to ask you real quick, what's it like having Logitech as a sponsor?
It's awesome, I guess. It's awesome. I mean, I raced with their wheel and whatnot, so just got to support them, I guess.
All right, but I just wanted to ask, and congrats on the second place. Any sponsors you want to thank besides Logitech? Anybody you want to shout out?
I mean, just shout out to everyone in the field, keeping it just under control tonight at a short track. I mean, that's all I can really ask for whenever you come to do short tracks. So it wasn't too crazy tonight. It was pretty fun.
Alrighty, Richard.
All right, man. Well, that's all you got. We'll let you get back up there and celebrate that second place finish. Daytona next week, so definitely be prepared for that super speedway
For
racing.
sure. Yeah, good job tonight, though. You guys too. So
Say hi to your
You guys
dad, Nick
enjoy?
Cheney, for me.
all right.
All right, man. Oh man, for a senator's son, man, he don't talk a lot.
We got a nickname for him. We call him Big Dick Cheney because he's always out there finishing second.
Well, on the stream, I'll just call him BD.
I'm gonna update his nickname in the league to BD, and that's gonna be what he shows up in the league from now on.
I like it. All right, let's get to our race winner, Mr. J.R. Shepherd. Mr. J.R. Shepard, this is Richard and Josh up in the booth. You got a copy, my friend.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, you dominated all but a couple laps of this race, and you were able to bring home the win. That's why you are in the points lead. We talked to you earlier, and it doesn't look like that car slowed down any. It looks like it actually got faster. We know it got faster because now you had a few scrapes from maybe a wall rub as you are pushing that car to its limits here at Richmond.
Yeah, it's easy to touch the wall on the straightaways. You're just trying to get the most getting into the corner, and there's a couple of times that I got lazy and misjudged it a little bit. And once you're on the wall, it's hard to get off. Walls are pretty sticky, so lucky just to keep it under control there. But yeah, the car was fun to drive. I mean, it was fairly neutral the way the tires are wearing. Felt tight through the center of the corner in the longer run, but overall, it was fun to drive because you really had to manage your tires, especially the rears coming off the corner.
Absolutely. Well, you look like a professional out there here at Richmond. Everybody else, might have a little bit different outcome as far as the tire wear goes, but you did a really good job in tonight's race. We have the super speedways coming up next week, the third race in the playoffs. You're the points leader. You think you can bring home another win in next week?
It's going to be really tough. The plate racing, anything can happen. You're going to have people that you can work with. So yeah, it's going to be really tough. I hate that's kind of the big wild card in the chase. So we'll have to see if we can survive that or not, and then just go from there.
Well, I believe you always find out who your friends are when you're at a super speedway race. But man, that Different Paths Motorsports car looked really good out there on the track, leading all those laps. So once again, congratulations. You started on the pole. You finished in first. Man, you can have all the shout-outs that you would like to give. You definitely earned them tonight.
No, absolutely. Just thanks to the Premium Stock Car Racing League for putting this event on. It's a fun car to drive. We go to a lot of fun tracks. Of course, my team, Different Path Motorsports, Austin Belke, he came home with a great third place finish. He's part of our team too, so that was cool to see. And of course, a shout out to you guys at the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network for putting this on and making us look good, guys.
I definitely appreciate that, and we'll let you go celebrate. And I think we're going to call it an evening. What a great race it was for you tonight. Congratulations once again.
Yep, thanks, Richard. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. All right, Josh, well, this is the end of the race. What do you got for me before we call it an evening?
Yeah, let's look forward to Talladega. Talladega, Daytona, wherever we're going. I can't remember, and that's a shame as the league owner. But looking forward to that. I'd like to give a shout out to you and your great quality broadcast, and let me come up here and talk over you sometimes and not get too mad at me. So I appreciate it. Admin box, tinyurl.com/vacation100. Just all the great guys that work with us. Noah Blackwell has signed on and has helped out and with his paint schemes, and I appreciate it, coming over and helping us out there. Gaston's iRacing graphics, they've really helped out a few of our guys, and then Butt Kicker. So I appreciate everybody. Everybody that watched at home, thanks for joining in, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely, and it is Daytona night race, by the way.
That means it's going to be nice and cool and have plenty of grip, and I know who I'm not working with next week.
Going to leave somebody out to dry. All right, well, that's going to conclude our broadcast for this evening. We appreciate everybody that stopped by, joined us on their Saturday evening. Papa, now it's time that we say goodbye, so go pop a top and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, day of rest, and we will
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And we will catch y'all next time. We probably won't be live tomorrow night, but definitely look for us to go live probably on Monday or Tuesday. So And don't forget that we do have a charity event. If you're interested in, watching our charity event, I will have a link posted. But we have been making Facebook posts all week, so come join us for the Hope for the Warriors charity event. That's going to be 150 laps at Michigan Speedway. So International Speedway. So definitely come help. All the proceeds go out to the Hope for Warriors. And we don't collect a dime. We're gonna give away a trophy to the winner of that race, and that's gonna be designed by Awards for You. And yeah, definitely come. Look for that post in the Facebook, and come join the Discord. Have some fun with us. But y'all have a good evening, and we will see y'all next time. Good night, and God bless. Whew. By what? Oh yeah, man, that's fine. I got no problem with that. Oh yeah, me too. Except for not knowing how to share my own screen.